Over the past few years, I've reviewed a decent amount of video games. Some might even consider me to be the white Jesus of video game critics, and I'm a 14-year-old black girl, so that's deep. Now, over the many years I've played video games, I've seen a good handful of games that have been pretty violent, to say the least. And it led me down this abyss of a question I was simply too scared to answer. Do video games cause violence? Now, in order for us to really answer this question, we would have to look at a moment in time where a video game truly affected a person's decision. So as of right now, I would like to have everyone's attention as I would like to talk about a game that came out in 2001, Conker's Bad Fur Day. As you can see in this clip right here, we have Conker running around the map peeing on his enemies. Now, let's jump to a year later. In 2002, R. Kelly was on trial for sexual misconduct for peeing on one of his own fans. Now, some people didn't understand his behavior, but I thought it was quite clear from the start. Now, this is just a theory, but the timeline matches. I believe that it was Conker's Bad Fur Day that motivated R. Kelly to pee on this fan. But here's what had me feeling disoriented. Why would R. Kelly pee on a fan? In Conker's Bad Fur Day, the main character Conker was peeing on enemies. So if R. Kelly was motivated by this game, then why would he pee on a fan? It just doesn't make sense. Doesn't make sense. Holy shit. We've been looking at this all wrong. R. Kelly wasn't peeing on a fan. He was peeing on the enemy. R. Kelly was a victim. Oh my god, it was self-defense. Now you're probably wondering, what's the point of all this, and why am I showing you all these explicit images? Well, you see, the point I'm trying to make here is, what was the point of this? Oh yeah, do video games cause violence? No. Listen, I'm a black man who is also American, so clearly I'm very violent and I also own a gun. Video games are the last things that would influence my decision. I'm not just gonna play GTA one day and then show up to school the next day with the blicky. Look, if I ever show up to school with the blicky, that does not mean I'm shooting up the school. Nah, that just means I'm looking for Philip, because he still owes me that Takara Tomy Holler Death Cypher Beyblade. People who have violent intentions will always commit violence when they get to a certain point. Now, can video games give a violent person that last push to go and finally commit a crime? Yes, but that being said, anything can push a violent person to their breaking point when those intentions have been building up for days, months, maybe even years to get to that point of committing what the kids call nowadays a felony. Movies, music, the news, people, anything can trigger a person with violent intentions into fight or flight when they are already close to their breaking point. That shit doesn't just happen overnight. So instead of looking at the video game for blame, why don't you, I don't know, look at the person's background first? Yes, we're going to blame Frogger Adventures for why you killed your parents. Not your drug-addicted mother who used your face as an ashtray, or your alcoholic father who feels like he's about to enter the octagon every single time he sees you. Look, the only difference between a murderer and a murderer who plays games is that we won't get a quirky video game reference on the dead body. Holy shit, someone killed Philip! There's like 28 stab wounds and a... Wait, is that a Riddler trophy? What the? Niggle me this? What the hell is this? Look, at the end of the day, I feel like we are being mad at the wrong thing. And we need to look deeper into these people's mental issues rather than automatically blaming it on a simple game. That being said, Batman Dark Tomorrow does create violence. Not because it's a violent game, it's just so bad that it makes me want to drown newborn babies. So if we can just all agree to that and avoid this game like the plague, then I truly think that this world can be a better place. Thank you all for coming out to my TED Talk today. And remember, it's only racist if you're offended.